everyone, my name is Pilot Build Cities, but you can call me Pilot, and welcome back to Jetzburg. We're just over in our new town, recently named Prospero. That was given to us by Gaming with Raymond. Thank you for that suggestion, really appreciate it. And I think it suits our new city very well. Hopefully it'll grow and be prosperous, as I like to say now. So we have a lot of things planned for today's build. We're going to be working a little bit more in industry and doing some job creation. Let's get to it. So some of you are probably aware there are some bugs with Homeless right now. So I have installed the Bye Bye Homeless mod at this moment, and it is kind of working in the background to hopefully kind of get homeless people to move out. We have unemployment of about 39%, and I think that is mostly due to the homeless problem. Trying to figure out how to say this delicately. But yeah, it's just due to the bug in the game. So we need to have these basically stock sims move out of the city, and then that should hopefully free up and help our citizens get employed. So I did test it. It does sort of start to work its way down, but while we're waiting for that to kind of run in the background, we're going to do a little bit of some industrial and services expansion. If you like drinking coffee or tea while playing City Skylines 2, then why not fly over to my store and check out the limited edition Jetzburg mug. Available in 2 sizes, and the first 10 people to use the code Jetzburg20 will receive 20% off their mug. Thank you for supporting my channel. So we have been building most of our industry over here, and what we are needing is a garbage processing unit at this point. We don't have a landfill or a recycling center, so we're going to start with that today. So if we come into our tab here, we'll grab the landfill, and I'm just going to take off the info view so that we can see what we're doing. And I'm going to place that right against this road here. And I want to bring the area out right to about here. I want it to snap kind of to that part of the grid, and then we'll just do a basic 90-degree one there. And that should work perfectly for what we are wanting. And also along the way, I think we're going to do just a little bit of some road upgrades. So we're going to be upgrading this road all the way through to the alley road. And then I think we'll probably just draw this out around here as well. So let's take this to 320 and down to here. And also we're going to do another maybe half square. So we'll just do 160 instead. Just for some more industry in this area as well. And we'll come back to this little area here in just a moment. So when we look at our budget, we are starting to lose a little bit of money at this point. And if we look at our processing status, we still don't quite have enough. However, we do have a lot of space in our landfill. So we'll take a look at the landfill, and I don't think we'll do any of the upgrades. We can't afford them. And I think in terms of more processing, yeah, it just is this hazardous waste collection, which would basically take all our money. So we're just going to hold off on doing that for now, and we'll look at doing some more expansion first so that we can kind of make some more money for the city. So in this area, I'd like to place some stone mining. So we'll place this down right snug, I guess, to the edge there. And we'll take this info view off as well. And we'll just create the area all in this space here to fill this in here. Now, again, like I've kind of mentioned before, I'm not always the best with industry, but what I would really like to do here is kind of sort of simulate a gravel pit. So what I think we're going to do is we're coming to our landscaping menu, and we'll grab the shift terrain tool, and we'll take the brush size down, maybe even the strength, and just sort of right click. Maybe we can take it a little bit higher, right about to there. And from what I've seen in different images, and I'll throw one up on screen, yeah, it's mostly just kind of a pit, I guess you could say. And I think this will work in this area. We don't have any access to any of the ore that's available on the map yet. That's kind of in different areas, and I'm saving our tiles for when we really need them. That's one thing, again, when we're kind of looking to sort of balance out our budget, we want to make sure that we're not spending too much money too fast. We do get one more tile before we have to start paying for it, but I'm saving that for the next episode. And that will be taking advantage of the new road building mod. I was hoping to work on it for this episode, but due to some changes in my schedule and recording schedule, I won't be able to make that episode in time for when the mod releases, and I have to go to work. So those darn jobs getting of me playing City Skylines. So anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get this gravel pit here, and I think actually I'm just going to level this out as well, and that way we just kind of have a nice pit dug, and then we can kind of make some little adjustments along the way in the detailing, which we'll come back to in just a little bit later. So what I'd like to do in behind is add in some of our manufacturing decorations again. So we'll go into decoration, and I think there, if we go by ore, this will kind of give us all of our ore style buildings, so we can kind of place these using anarchy, and I think we'll have them in behind here, and we'll try and sort of make like a little ore complex if we can. So I think we'll place maybe this one, let's place this one over here like so, and then we also have some of these holding things called some sort of storage cylinder, I guess, anyways. So yeah, we'll place a couple of those, and let's see what we also have. Again, we'll just kind of place a few little objects around to try and sort of make it look like a little industrial yard, and then we'll kind of detail this up a little bit later as well when we come to the detailing time lapse. But we'll also just place that maybe there. And what else do we have? We have a few more options, so we'll place that one there, and then I think that'll probably do. If we come into our extractors, I don't know if we have really anything that is going to work well. Seems how these are mostly the mining shaft. So I think what we'll do instead is we'll just zone in a little bit more, and I'd like to do a little bit of a mix. So if we come in and take off that info view, we'll just do a little bit of industrial, and we'll leave a decent gap, and we'll kind of probably just squeeze in some office as well. And yeah, I think that will work well for what we want to do. And let's also throw down some office here as well. So place that there, maybe one there, in between there, and we can also do maybe some just across the way. And then once these are all zoned in, maybe we can kind of sort of try and blend them together. But yeah, I think we'll run some more industries throughout this whole area, and maybe even we'll just do a little bit down over here as well. So we'll come back into our zoning, and I prefer to do zoning with industry just because it kind of lessens the chance of something's going to abandon. So we'll zone these, and then we'll kind of plop a little bit later. So one of the things that we can sort of also imagine is that with this expansion, we would see probably an increase in traffic. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually unlock highways here. And we imagine this was a partnership maybe between the developer of some of the gravel pit and other industries. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to upgrade this road here into the 2-lane highway. So I think we'll take that right to there, like so. And this will also stretch probably all the way down this way. And let's see where it sort of hits over here. So maybe we'll consider adjusting this a little bit here in just a moment. But what also I'd like to do is introduce maybe the first little bit of our highway expansion. So we will take advantage of the parallel mode. And again, I think what we'll do is we'll imagine that this was built in phases. So the city is approached by the developer, and they want to build this now while there's still the right-of-way available, so that it doesn't cost them as much money later on to possibly buy out some properties. So we'll bring in a new outside connection, and I think what we'll do is we'll just bring it right up into line with this highway here. And what we can imagine again is that this was something that they started and they were going to build it in phases so that it wasn't going to cost too much money. So we'll take our 2-lane highway again, and we'll turn off the parallel mode, and we'll just have it go right across the two ends here, like so. And then let's just kind of take a look at maybe what we can do in terms of lane math. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just leave it like that for now, and we'll just sort of have maybe, let's see, if we come into our road services, and we don't want to do stop signs, so maybe we'll just do a traffic light, or well, maybe what we could also do is give this the asymmetric highway here, and we'll just sort of give this one 2 lanes, and then this lane Yeah, actually, this is kind of working well. This one I'm a little making up on the fly, haha. But that one go there. We'll remove U-turns, and this way the traffic can either exit down the highway and keep going, or they can take this lane and exit right into the industrial area. And I think that's going to work out well there. So that'll be phase 1 of our new highway expansion. So to finish off some of our connectivity, I think we'll grab, let's take a 2-lane road and we'll bring it straight out from here. And I think we could probably even give this a quick little upgrade. Just make sure I don't have anarchy on. So we'll slide this one all the way down to here. And then we'll just crumb straight out this way as well into this road here. And I think actually what we'll do is we'll delete this section and kind of just terminate that there. And you see this a lot in rural areas where I kind of live, where they have these sort of rural highways around all these farm and industrial areas. And so I think that'll work well. And now that we kind of have that in place, we can kind of see that our zoning has settled where it is. So we can kind of finish zoning in some of our demands here. So we'll throw down a little bit more industrial and office in this area, and then I think we'll also line some more industrial along here, and this should really help also bring in some more jobs for our citizens as well. And maybe even we'll just tuck in a little bit of some commercial, just so that we have that option for those working in this area as well. Maybe we can even just kind of fill this row here. So if we check our infill views now, we can see that we do have a lesser unemployment rate. So that's finally going down, which is great. We are starting to make quite a bit of money. So what I think I'll do now is we'll go into a bit of a building and detailing time lapse. We'll kind of get this industry area cleaned up. Maybe we'll look at expanding our road connections to this area here and over here as well. And we'll really kind of get this industrial space humming along. right, well, I hope you enjoyed that detailing time lapse. I've been just working a little traffic fixing off camera and just making taking advantage of the traffic mod, I guess. So let's just kind of review what we've done so far. Here I just kind of cleaned up this roadway network and extended the highway all the way down through, and then everything was like funneling through this one roundabout. So I sort of added this extra thing here, I guess you could say, and removed some of the square from the grid that was here before, and I like this a little bit better. This is slowly starting to work its way out. So, but yeah, everything's kind of zoned in now. I did try to sort of blend some buildings together a little bit here just by removing some of the fences, so this kind of looks like a little bit more of a joined complex kind of idea. And yeah, then we filled in the gravel pit using car props and the concrete rubble pile random, I think it was, or something like that. So some of them did look like they were floating, maybe still a little bit, but if you smooth the terrain back, it does sort of help these sit a little more flat, especially kind of over here, as you can see. So, and then yeah, we just got a nice line of commercial here. And over here, I did sort of just try and delete some of the surfaces and put everything a little bit more uniform again. So I think it's really coming together. I'm going to save this space maybe for some future development. We're probably going to need some buses pretty soon as this area really starts to spread out like this to help people move around. But if we come into our info view here, we can see that we basically destroyed our unemployment rate almost to the point where now we're going to need to bring in more people. So what I was thinking we would do, seems how we advanced to the next level, which I should probably take a look at that now. So we've got our NA mixed and communications. I did add some radio masts actually off camera, and we do also have some of our city policies now, which is great. What I'm thinking we might do, it's a bit of a cheese, but maybe we'll just put in the parking fee for now, but we'll just bring it down to maybe about $5 for now and see if that kind of helps bring in some money. Our wealth is a little low, so we will keep that in mind. Another thing is our healthcare coverage is starting to slip a little bit. So what I was thinking actually is in this area, we did plot this elementary school, which if we look at our, yeah, we're going to need another school here pretty soon as well. So what I was thinking is we could probably place in a small clinic here as well, maybe somewhere near this elementary school, because it's also going to be fairly walkable. So maybe if we just sort of place it, maybe just down over here, should work well, because I think we've got some paths for walking, and we could probably even just squeeze in another path through here now that I'm sort of looking at it. Just don't want this completely connected, so let's just go like that through to there. Break the zoning, but our building shouldn't move. And that should at least get that a little bit connected, and I think we'll probably try and find a few other spots as well along the way. But yeah, we're definitely in demand of some people to move in. So I think we were going to mostly do this one as single family housing, so we'll probably do some low density along here as well. And I'm just wondering, I kind of wanted to cool it a little bit on the row homes, but now kind of looking, might be kind of nice to have some row homes around the school. So let's just zone them in, because I think I like when they sort of just zone in on their own instead, and then we can probably plop some in some of the areas to gap fill a little bit later. But let's do a kind of a nice radius around the elementary school up to about here, I think would be nice. And then I think the rest we'll probably just do, we'll just let it sort of zone in on its own using waterfront zoning. And I think we'll zone all the way through there. We maybe even do something there as well, as long as it shouldn't mess with the train too bad. I think that one's going to be a no-go, so we'll maybe delete that and look at something else there, or just leaving it blank for now. And I think also this area we could probably get away with a little bit more row housing again. So let's go 2 deep there, 3 there, and probably the same all around here. And then again, we'll just use a little bit of waterfront zoning in those areas, and probably back here as well. That is getting close to the highway, but we will just zone it and let things kind of grow in on their own. And then again, we'll throw some row housing just around here, and let's do a little bit of zone housing there, and we'll see how that kind of grows in. And I think we can probably also do a little bit of some expansion over here as well with our medium density housing, and maybe even some of this high density. But let's grab these buildings here, and again we'll just plop another row right in behind, and we'll keep those nice and snug together, just kind of like following that similar pattern. And then we'll grab, probably not the prop, but the building would be great as well. And let's get that right in there. And I think we could probably change up the colors here in a little bit. What I'd like to do next is extend just this one road here down the rest of the way straight along the border here, because this will probably be finishing off kind of the edge of Prospero. And I think, yeah, you know, this road dips a bit, but I think in terms of realism, like you wouldn't just, the road just wouldn't really flatten, you know, these roads would move with the land. So I'm totally cool leaving it as it is. I think it really brings a lot of character. But I think, yeah, we can sort of finalize, you know, the boundary of Prospero. It'll probably be mostly just this area here. And then, of course, bringing in some of this industrial. Probably not sure too much about how much we'll build over here, just because we will probably be eventually bringing in this highway through here as well. So we'll have to keep that in mind and, you know, hang on for a future episode. We do have the road builder mod now. It is here, even though I am just finishing off this episode here shortly. So we won't probably dive into too much of it today. I think what we will do maybe is just play with a little bit of it down here. So what we do want to do is, again, we'll grab, oh, I was playing around with that. I'm going to delete that. So we're going to grab this road here. And as you can see right now, traffic's kind of getting held up by this turn being here. So I think we'll just turn this around so I am kind of facing the same direction as the road, so I don't accidentally mess this up. But, I do know that we have the asymmetric options available to us, but what I think I will do is we'll just grab another lane here and we'll place that right there. And it's really great that it kind of instantly makes the change. And I think I still have this going the wrong, so maybe you need to go over here instead. I just got the mod, so hold on, let's see. If I put it down on this side, what is that? Okay, so that that is doing what I want. So maybe I need to be facing this direction. But yeah, I think it just adds that little extra bit of customization. And I think what we can also do maybe is we'll just narrow the lane slightly on this road as well. And we can also take down the shoulder width. And again, this really kind of gives us that instant customization where we can sort of then fit this road in right where we need it without the road size really getting too out of whack. So this should kind of function a lot better. And I know this does back up a tiny bit. We could even look at possibly just putting down a traffic light here, I think, as well. We'll just kind of run that for a little bit and see how that goes. But this should at least give some of the cars a chance to get out and get on their way. So, but yeah, this highway seems to be running pretty well. And then I think all along, again, what we could actually do is almost, again, grab it. And we could even use this road down here as well. First a little asymmetric that way. And then I think also same heading that direction. So we have some turning lanes. And then maybe even the same thing this way. And again, doesn't really change much of the footprint. But yeah, it's the real beauty of this new mod. I have to give my hats off to the mod team that put this together. I know TDW and Bad Peanuts. And there's one more creator. I gotta go look. Just give me one sec. And also Trey Jack, thank you for this mod. This really is incredible to have in City Skylines. Can't wait to use it for the next build. But yeah, I think what we'll probably finish off with is just a little bit more of a building time lapse. You can see we still got some demand for low density and high density. So we'll see what we can sort of maybe fit in this last little border here. I don't know if we'll fill in this whole area today, but we might save some of that for the next episode. And again, we'll probably look at filling in some of the area around the schools as well. This is all kind of zoning in finally. So yeah, Prospero is really starting to come together. Well, everyone, I think that's a really successful industrial evolution in this city, and we really continue to grow. I'm really happy with how this industrial area is now looking, especially the gravel pit. Again, something I don't always do that often, but it was kind of fun to sort of dabble into that detailing. It looks like Phil is getting nice and full now, so maybe I have to address that in a future episode. But yeah, I think the highway is also working well. I think eventually what we will do is it'll probably expand further this way and hook up into different parts of the city. But for now, again, we're going to just kind of build slow and evolve the city as needed. We definitely have some open space here in these areas, and I'm thinking down the road when we look at adding in some more transit facilities that will probably be taking up this space. And yeah, overall, I'd say this whole city has kind of really come together. You know, I had kind of thought about keeping Prospero kind of just in this area around here, but thinking maybe we'll let it extend just a little bit further, maybe down here in some later episodes and out this way as well. And we'll let it grow just a tiny bit more, I think, before we maybe move on to starting a new town. But yeah, overall, not much else to really say. We just did a lot of zoning, to be honest, and then I kind of just plopped a few buildings in where I could. But yeah, kind of just letting the city take a little bit more of a dynamic shape, you know, something that doesn't look maybe so put together. You know, everything isn't straight and lined up and nice and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's just kind of how a city can grow and change as well, especially with the terrain here. It does dip a little bit in a few areas. So did place another elementary school here. Not sure if that was time lapse or not. And we have a second high school as well. So I think, yeah, we're still just trying to manage our education and budget. But if we kind of come out of this view, we can see we are making $15,000 an hour now, which is quite impressive. We do come into here. I think one thing is I turn up some of the parking fees at the moment, just because to offset some of our electrical. I think we are importing power right now. Yes, so that is costing us a little bit extra, but our parking is that's quite a bit of money right now. So I think the parking fee in the whole city for roadside parking is a bit up there. Let's just grab the zone real quick. I think, yeah, it's currently $20. So I am cheesing it a little bit. I think I could turn it down, to be honest now. Part of it is too, just for future planning, we all want to invest in some transit soon. So, you know, it might be maybe a way the city was looking to collect funds to get a regional transit authority established or something like that. So But yeah, added in a few more of the high density, medium density buildings here. I think again, this is kind of the height that we're going to stop at. So really liking how this whole area is looking. And then just kind of did leave some open green space here. I thought about maybe filling it in, but we can leave it for maybe some elementary school expansions. This one is full. This high school is almost full. Overall, I think education, elementary still a little bit lacking. High school could even use a little bit more capacity. Again, we are getting close to maybe also needing college and university, but cost-wise, those do cost a lot of colleges. 750, universities 1.5 million. We also want to look at maybe getting some transit going as well in the bus depot. We can't afford that, so we can maybe look at getting that and a taxi depot started out for our transit in the next episode. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how the city's looking. If you did enjoy today's video, please do consider leaving some likes, comments, and shares are always appreciated. Let me know what you think of this expansion. I'm really excited. Next episode, we're going to dive deeper into the road building mod and really do some really cool custom stuff with that. So sorry I didn't get too much done with this episode today. Just time constraints and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's definitely in the plan for the next episode. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.